You know, shark fin soup is a Chinese delicacy, but not everybody thinks so. Stop the Soup is a campaign aimed at a very specific clientele. An organizer, Claudia Li, has Chinese couples in her sights, and she's here to tell us more about it. Good morning and welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Why the campaign going after young Chinese couples?
That's a really good question, and the main reason why we're going after young Chinese couples is because shark fin soup is actually most popularly served at Chinese wedding banquets, traditional ones.
How did it become sort of the delicacy to have at your Chinese wedding banquet?
So way back when we started this tradition, it's part of this big banquet menu. So in Cantonese cuisine, there's something called the Big Four, and it's called bao sam qi tou. And the four things are shark fin, abalone, sea cucumber, and something called fish maw. And they all represent different things in Chinese culture. In particular with weddings, because the groom side of the family used to pay for the wedding banquet, or traditionally still does, they used to say that when there's no shark fin soup being served, that the bride's marrying into a poor family. So it's this saying that kind of got ingrained in our culture that has made it such a status symbol to have at wedding banquets.
And it's not cheap, is it?
No, it's not cheap. It really depends how much you're willing to fork out. You can get it anywhere from $10 to $100 a bowl, depending on how much shark fin's actually in the soup and how intact the shark fin is.
Now, let's talk about the shark fins and how they're harvested. How are they harvested, and what do the fishermen do with the rest of the shark?
So the way sharks are harvested is that, they use the nets or they do bait and long lining, and they pick up the shark, cut off the fin and throw the body back in the sea usually. And this is because the body takes up so much weight on the boat that's not worth for the fishermen to take the entire body back.
And how many sharks are killed each year for strictly their fins?
Over 38 million sharks are killed each year for shark
year?
fin soup. Every year. So that's over one shark killed for shark fin soup per Canadian every year.
You know, this is not the first time, Claudia, somebody's tried to stop this. I mean, there have been other attempts to stop consumption of shark fin soup, and they've met with limited success. Why do you think your campaign, Stop the Soup, will work?
Well, past efforts to stop shark fin soup has kind of been pointing fingers at our culture, at the Chinese people, and telling them, hey, no, you're doing this wrong, and don't drink shark fin soup, that's disgusting, versus trying to engage the consumers and have a conversation about the topic. So what we're trying to do at Shark Truth is engage these consumers through contests and through fun things that, people can actually listen to and have lightheartedly.
Contests and fun things like what?
So we're launching our Happy Hearts Love Sharks wedding contest on March 28th.
Your Happy Hearts Love Sharks wedding contest. Okay.
Yeah, and so we're targeting couples in Vancouver who will not be serving shark fin soup and pledge not to serve shark fin soup at their wedding banquet and promote their alternative. And all these forms and registrations will be posted on our website. And the ones that get the most votes will win a trip to Mexico to dive with or to swim with whale sharks.
You know, with such a long tradition and so much history involved here, do you think this is a winnable battle?
I would like to stay optimistic to say yes, and it definitely will be an uphill battle, but I don't think it's one that we can't win. In any time you're trying to change a cultural tradition, it's going to be hard, but it doesn't mean it shouldn't be done.
You might win with the younger generation, but it's the parents that are probably the ones that are going to be the biggest obstacles here.
Yeah, that's why our target is to educate the young generation, engage the young generation so they can convince their parents, and we don't have to do that.
How do your parents feel about you not having shark fin soup at your wedding?
At first, it was a little bit of a battle, but I eventually won them over. And I guess starting an organization is one way to do that. So
going public.
Yeah.
38 million sharks, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So when does the campaign begin?
The contest launches March 28th.
Good luck with it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much for coming in, Claudia.
Thanks, Rick.
Claudia Li, who works with Shark Truth, a nonprofit awareness group. And you can find out more about the Stop the Soup campaign at sharktruth.com, sharktruth.com. Now, we want to hear from you on this. Are you willing to buck tradition and skip the soup at your wedding? Let us know. Call us on TalkBack at 604-662-6690.